Good evening, Lisa.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm lost in time and Spain.
In Spain.
Time and
In Spain in space.
In Spain in space. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hope you are still enjoying the Doctor Who Twitch marathon, because
Yes.
we certainly are.
We are, yes. Even though we've probably seen the episodes
Millions
lots
of
of
times.
times.
But today we're on, I think, the third showing of. Now, what have we had? The Web Planet.
Your Planet is currently playing,
Yeah.
just about to finish.
Yeah, the Space Museum. And the Chase.
The Chase.
And I think we should talk about the Chase today.
Okay, we'll talk about the Chase.
Now,
What's about the Chase?
What about the Chase? Well, it's very obvious that I think the Chase is one of those stories that people's opinion of it has changed over the years. 'Cause
Right.
once upon a time, it was very much sort of looked down upon, I think, by serious fandom, if there is
Is
such
that
a
the
thing.
same serious fandom that doesn't like the Gunfighters?
Probably. For being silly and, you know, having stupid Daleks and stuff like that.
It's not silly. There's some really nasty bits in it.
But I thought if we just go through the episodes
Okay, yeah.
one at a time, not spend long, but certainly I think it seemed to go down well online, you know,
Yes.
today from
Yes.
what I saw.
They all got terribly excited.
But
towards the
let's
end.
just go through. So episode 1, the Executioners. So you've got the space-time visualizer,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
interestingly, in today's showing, the Beatles stuff was
cut out.
cut.
Yeah,
But
I
it
think
is,
that's cut out for transmission purposes abroad, isn't it?
yeah, but it is on the UK DVD.
Yes, it is,
But I have to
yes.
say the edit was done.
Yeah, it was really well. Yeah, we didn't
you
get
know.
to see Chesterton's...
We were doing the washing up, weren't
dancing,
we? And I
yes.
sort of turned around and suddenly the Beatles weren't
Yeah,
there,
weren't
and
there,
I hadn't
yeah.
really noticed.
Yeah, they were on Iridius already.
But you know, yes, it is daft. But you know, a lot of Doctor Who is daft.
Yes.
And,
Gosh, if you can't have a bit of fun now and again, what's the point?
but you've got the whole Gettysburg Address stuff, and again, there's a fair number of American accents in this story, aren't
Yes,
there?
not all of them great.
And it was very funny to see people's opinion
Yes.
of these. But you've got Abraham Lincoln. I did like somebody's comment, have they used real footage of the Gettysburg Address? And I hope that was a joke. I
Yeah.
generally don't know with some of these comments.
Well, you can't tell when it's in writing because
No,
there's
no.
no influence, is there?
No.
So.
But yeah, then you've got the Shakespeare, Queen Elizabeth I stuff. And of course, with modern Doctor Who, that takes on whole new, different connotations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, because who is it? Hugh Walters as Shakespeare.
Yes.
And of course, your Hugh Walters pops up again, you know.
In many years' time.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, I enjoyed sort of, you know, seeing people that only know new Doctor Who suddenly seeing Shakespeare and Elizabeth I again, and the reactions to that is very fun.
Yes.
You've got the whole silly thing with not having a TARDIS console as well. So Hartnell's attempt at pulling the switch with the camera just pointing up at him, I think is glorious in its sort of sheer how much can we get away with. But yeah, you've got some, you know, you said about the filming and the whole sort of burying the Dalek stuff.
Yes.
You know, that thing where Ray Cusick is saying, well, if you attempt to bury a Dalek on location and pull it out with a Land Rover, all that's going to happen is you're going to snap the rope. The Dalek is going to stay there.
Yes.
So it's, you know, to get that shot at the end of episode 1, a hurried model is made. But I think that works quite well.
Yeah, it's all right.
And
it's mirroring the end.
yes, the Dalek coming out of the water.
Of the water of Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Submarine Dalek is somebody
Submarine
called it.
Dalek, yes.
I think, to be honest, I'd say it's only part 2 that's the dullest one. Because you've got all the stuff with the Iridians.
With their weird heads.
And the Maya Beast. Because it's Hywel Bennett, isn't it?
Hywel Bennett, yeah. With
a shower cap on.
Yeah.
And some really weird ears.
Yes.
But then you've got this attempting to trap the Dalek with Barbara's cardigan again. Because everybody seemed to enjoy the bit in the Space Museum where Ian tries to eat Barbara's cardigan, you know. All all that stuff. And,
Okay.
and then it turns out he's got a penknife anyway.
Okay.
So while he tries to eat...
He'd forgotten that, had he?
Yeah, because
Okay.
Barbara says, have you got a penknife? Oh, yes, of course I have. But the whole, yoo-hoo, Archie! Over here, Fred! You know, you've got Dalek Sek and Dalek Khan and
Yeah. Dalek Fred.
Dalek Fred and Dalek Archie.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe we're not taking the Daleks too seriously,
No.
but
No.
I've got no problem with that.
No, no. And I have to say, Terry Nation writes for his own creations really badly.
Well, I don't
He
know.
doesn't treat them, he does treat them as stupid, unless that's Dennis Spooner
I
rewriting.
don't know how much of this is Dennis Spooner and how much of this is Terry Nation, and I suspect there's a fair bit of Dennis Spooner, because I mean, you know, Donald Tosh tells that story about Terry Nation posted like about six pages of script for Dalek Master Plan and then ran away on holiday. And I do wonder how much Dennis Spooner sort of had to do some work on this.
Because there's that bit with the really stupid Daleks that's sort of trying to count, isn't it?
Oh, for 40, yeah. I don't know.
They got the trainee in charge or something.
But Flight Through Eternity, I think, is... Yes, it bears no resemblance on what the plot is,
No.
But it is great fun.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Empire
Yes,
State
it gives you
building
Peter Purvis. If
stuff.
nothing else, it gives you Peter Purvis.
Yes, and Peter Purvis says that in recording episode 3, he didn't know he was going to be in episode 6.
No.
It was that fast a turnaround.
They looked at him and went, "Oh, you're quite good."
Hartnell seems to like you. Do you
Yes.
want to come back?
Yeah.
Can you grow a beard?
Yes. Yeah. Hartnell's not been rude to you. Come back.
But
always good.
Who's the bloke playing the tour guide? Arne Gordon.
Yes.
Yes, because isn't he in the Web Planet?
Yeah, he's one of the.
He's one of the grubs.
Yeah.
Not the grubs, the Optra.
The Optra.
Isn't he? Yeah.
The ones that jump about.
But Arne Gordon clearly doing his Columbo impression, isn't he? 'Cause-
I haven't seen, because I don't think I saw that episode, so
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
but-
for a while. I
but
thought it
saying
was
things
there.
like observe
Oh, right,
and
okay.
things like that
Okay.
instead of observe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot comment on his accent. I'll leave that to people that know what they're talking about. But then you've got Peter Purvis coming from Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah, you know. Yes, sir. Hot diggity. You know all that. You all in the chase.
And he says he looks back and it's actually not as bad as he thought
Yeah,
it was.
because
In
he
his
thought it was
head,
dreadful,
good.
and then he saw it, and he went, "Oh, actually, that's not too bad, is it?" You know.
Well, it was good enough to get him another job.
Yeah, you all come over in blue spots. Yeah. Okay. And then you said about the Marie Celeste.
The Marie Celeste
stuff is really quite dark.
Dark.
Yeah.
It's really dark because you see them all jumping when the Dalek arrives. You see them all jumping off the ship.
Yeah.
Now, unless there is a boat there for them to jump
Yeah.
into, they're all
But
going to
the
drown.
chat room did go, "Oh, baby." They
With the
spotted
baby,
the
yeah.
woman with the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
it's really quite nasty.
But then you've also got the bit where you've got the hover Dalek because he's gone up the steps
Mhm.
to the top bit of the set
Yeah.
in the ship,
Mhm.
and one says, "You search up there."
Yeah.
And no,
You don't see how he gets
You don't
up
see
there.
how he does
No.
it, but.
Perhaps he gets little feet out and goes upstairs.
Well, there is a Dalek in part 2 which goes past the TARDIS and it sort of lifts up a bit. It's sort of to get over a stone or something. So, you know, somebody did actually say first hovering Dalek, but you don't see the feet or anything
No.
like that. But it clearly lifts up a little bit to do it.
Oh, there's a stone.
Yeah. Anyway, it is indistinguishable from the original.
Yeah.
The death of Doctor Who with the
You've
robot.
missed Journey into Terror.
Oh, if we not, oh, dearie me, sir. I was so excited to get onto the final episode. Journey into Terror, yes. With the scary
This
fireplace.
scary fireplace.
With
And-
light up eyes.
And Frankenstein's monster who stops to get a jacket.
Well, yeah, Frankenstein's monster is on the slab,
Mm.
and then it gets up and it's all covered over in bandages. Then later, when it turns up to chuck the Dalek about, it's put on its best jacket. Unless there's 2 Frankenstein monsters.
It might be, yeah.
It's possible. Yes, that's given what the actual
And Count Dracula's Dude go.
Dooku, really bad dubbing as well because he's got the teeth in.
Yeah.
It's got to be overdubbed. I am Count Dracula.
But then if he's what he is, perhaps it's just not synced up very well.
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, then of course, yes, you get the robot Doctor Who being
Yes.
revealed.
Yes. And they leave Vicky behind. How long does it take them to realise Vicky isn't in the TARDIS?
Yeah, that. Yeah, where is she? I don't know. I thought you had her.
Yeah. It's literally like leaving your child in the restaurant. David Cameron.
Yes. But yes, we arrive on Mechanus, and we meet we get grabbed by the fungoids.
Fungoids, yeah.
It is-
Terry Nation likes his plant life, doesn't he?
No, isn't it? There's something about that they've actually got names in the script. It's something like, was it Fungoid Fred, and Taffy Toadstool, and Mushroom Malone, or something. Somebody clearly having fun.
Right.
And,
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, you've got the fight scene between the two Doctors Who.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of Hartnell pulling out some wires from
Mm-hmm.
from the robot one to deactivating. But what was fun was that people went, "Oh, it looks nothing like him," and then due to the camera work later on, people were going, "I'm now confused as to which one is meant to be
at which point, you sort of go, oh.
Yeah, so I know the resemblance is minimal, but the way it's actually sort of
It's shot quite well.
structured is better than you might think at first glance. But again, it's that thing about the grammar of television then was different, because I was reminded of that by watching The Sensorites, and it's the oh, excuse me, sorry, it's the bit where Chesterton starts to cough, and you don't know whether that was planned
Yes.
or whether it's just a cough. Because nowadays, if somebody coughs,
Yeah, they stop.
it's very obvious that that's going to be important.
Yes, or they, yeah.
But the way things were shot then, it's that whole thing about stuttering over your words a bit
Yes.
as well. That's actually more realistic than perfectly scripted
Yeah, because
lines.
people
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
stutter over
And
what
talk
they're
over
gonna
each
say.
other and and all that.
and
So-
not be able to follow on your thread.
So unfortunately, we've become used to sort of perfection in delivery and things like that, which is arguably not realistic. Because people sort of mock things for
Yeah.
not adhering to those standards.
But then there's that bit in episode 1 of the Web Planet where when they're out on the planet and Ian says to the Doctor what galaxy is this in, and he says the Isop galaxy.
And then he
the many
Earth.
light Earth, many light years,
from
and he
Earth.
corrects himself immediately.
Yeah.
But it sounds natural and
Yeah.
it flows.
Because when we come to record stuff, we do slightly get it wrong, don't
Yes.
we? And so it's that thing about what is actually
True to life.
reality
Yeah.
and realism, and you get, there's a whole argument to be had there.
I mean, some of them are belly fluffs, but you know.
Anyway, the planet of decision with the mechanoids or the mechonoids or the mechons, depending on
Yes.
who you believe.
Yeah.
I think
And it's
two
an-
different scripts spell them differently or something.
And it's another one of those planets that's named after what it is.
Well, it's not even named after what it
Or
is.
what is on it.
What was sent there.
What was sent there, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's Mechanus, the planet of the mechanoids. What was it called before the mechanoids got there?
Yeah, because you're going to get this a lot in Dalek's Master Plan, that, you know, you get all these planets like Desperus.
Yeah,
Did they just make that a prison planet because it was
called that.
Desperus?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the planet, instead of the planet serving the plot, the plot is
Yeah,
serving the names of the planets.
yeah, because it's that thing about was Iridius. What was it called before it was dry?
Yeah, because he says it wasn't dry before. It used to have-
Wettius.
Wettius, yeah.
Marinus,
Marinus, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's like Terry Nation basic.
Yeah. But yes, so the mechanoids, I mean, they are an interesting design. They're just unfortunately too unwieldy for the studio
Yes.
at the
Are
time.
they in Lone Grove again?
I'd need to check, I'm not sure. There seem to be zooms on the cameras.
So probably
So
not.
it's probably Riverside.
Alright.
Because, yeah,
Riverside's slightly better than Lime
yeah,
Grove.
you've got Zooms.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
Television
sure.
Centre was the best.
I'd need to look, but
Doctor Who didn't get good enough. Not
Yeah.
getting good enough, but wasn't well thought enough until the 70s to
Yeah.
go into Television Centre.
because Lime Grove was the cameras was the 4
Yeah.
turrets.
Oh
and
right, yeah, you just
You couldn't do a zoom.
No.
You had to cut away to another camera,
And come back.
change the
and
lens
come back.
to do a closer.
That's if you didn't set the
Because
set the sprinklers
Dalek
off.
Invasion of Earth, it's suddenly obvious they've suddenly got zooms.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, and of course Richard Martin likes a zoom.
He does like
Yeah.
his zoom
Yes.
and cravats.
But yes, return of Peter Purvis.
Yes,
With
looking hot.
his beard, looking hot.
Hot.
Do you like him with a beard?
I like him with a beard.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you like a beard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
And that whole thing about the panda,
Yes,
hi-fi, going
hi-fi.
back to get
Yeah.
the panda.
Oh, he's going back for his panda. Yeah, because for however long he's been there, his panda
That's
has been
the
his
only
only
thing.
companion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's his friend.
It's a shame because you don't after the Time Meddler you don't really see
The panda.
anything of hi-fi.
He
do
lives,
you?
he lives in his room.
He gets.
Yeah, he gets left behind at the
I was
end
going to
of-
say what happens at the end of the Savages. Yeah.
See, I wasn't actually going to say when he left.
Well, they won't know because it's not getting shown.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter,
There is
does
that,
it?
yeah.
No, it's all right.
Spoilers.
No, sorry. No, that's the thing. Unfortunately, now we're sort of
Yes.
into season 2.
There's going to be big gaps.
big gaps, unfortunately, but never mind. And then, of course, you've got the leaving scene,
Yes.
and how much of it is Hartnell and how much of it is Bill
Yeah.
being upset.
What do you mean? How much of it is the doctor?
It's the Doctor, and
How
how
much-
much? How much of it?
There's
is
a bit of it because I think he was quite upset when they left because it was like a family, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
no.
know, they created this little group and they used to have picnics and
because
bring
it's
stuff in. And,
essentially after Carol Ann Ford going. It's the real breakup, and
Yeah.
what with Verity
yeah, Verity
sort of
going
announcing
as well.
her leaving
Yeah.
as well around the same time.
Mhm.
It's it's new and uncertain waters for Bill,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So there we go.
And unfortunately, times were not always going to be easy for him.
Yeah,
He didn't always get on with
yeah.
people behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
But yeah, not only have I sort of enjoyed rewatching The Chase, I've enjoyed watching people
People watching The
enjoying
Chase,
watching The
yeah.
Chase. That's the thing, and there's been a lot of love for Ian and Barbara.
Yeah, Ian and
Yeah,
Barbara are
quite right
great.
too.
They're great. I mean, there's been a lot of nonsense more recently about when you've had sort of Clara in the TARDIS,
Yeah.
that there's too much emphasis on the companion and
Yeah.
not enough on the Doctor, which is nonsense because that is what it's always been like.
Yeah,
You come in with the companions, you can't identify with the Doctor because he's an alien.
yeah.
You identify with the
You're
human
starting to sound like
characters.
Barry Letts. The Doctor is the other.
Yeah.
As Barry Letts would say.
So you should identify with the companions. But after Ian and Barbara go, you do tend to lose that a little bit.
Yeah,
You start, the focus then moves on to the Doctor,
yeah.
which is, how it should be in some ways, but there is no shame in identifying with the companion, because that's the person who you are. If you were travelling in Doctor Who,
Yeah.
you'd be the companion, getting caught and falling over bits of grass and because Barbara does that in the Web Planet. She gets away from the Menoptera and then falls over immediately. You've gone 3 steps.
Well, it's only a little studio.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, so that's season 2 done and
Yes.
dusted on
Yes.
on Twitch.
No.
Almost done and
Almost
dusted.
done and
Oh,
dusted.
sorry, no, I forget.
Not
I
to the
always,
Time
I always
Meddler.
forget the Time Meddler season 2. But then season 3 will be over in a blink of an eye.
It will be because
unfortunately.
there's only a few episodes.
A few complete stories, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would say for those that have sort of, got their interest now,
It's all available on
the
DVD.
individual episodes are available in various forms on
Yes.
DVD, and we'd
Of
say
CD.
search them
Yes,
out. Yes,
yes.
yes. I mean, don't
Yes.
overlook the CD releases
Yes.
because they cover everything.
They
So,
do.
Yeah.
I do, and that was thanks to Graham Strong, who passed away recently.
Yes.
So,
Oh yeah.
Yes. So thank you, Graham,
For recording
for
those.
recording them off the television.
Anyway, so we'll be back, I'm sure, with another commentary at some point.
Yes.
And, hope you enjoy what's to come.
Yes.
Bye bye then.
Bye.